Since the creation of this YouTube channel on May 20th, 2019, we haven't had much luck as Blazer fans. In almost 4 seasons, we've seen 2 first-round exits and 2 tanking seasons that have been miserable down the stretch, featuring tankathon sim after tankathon sim. We've seen a coach get fired, we've seen a coach get hired, and we've seen numerous trades and signings that have left us scratching our heads. Outside of a few fun stretches and fleeting moments of bliss, things haven't gone too well for Blazer fans. A year ago, we experienced the first draft lottery in 9 years. And, of course, it ended in misery.
Please don't be Portland at 7. I'm taking my headphone out because you're slightly ahead. At 7.
No!
We got screwed. Yep, anyway, that's how it goes as a Blazer fan. I knew it. Well, of course we don't get that.
Sharp's not going to be there at 7.
We're going to take... Oh my god, bro.
We're going to trade it.
Why do we have the worst luck? Can we just get one break, please? How hard, how hard is it for good things to happen to this freaking team? Can we ever have anything good happen on a stream? Ever?
Luckily for us, which is a weird phrase to say, that might have been a blessing in disguise, as the Blazers selected Shaedon Sharpe with the 7th overall pick, and he looks like a star in the making. And after a hot start to this past season, things were looking up. Until they weren't. The Blazers successfully tanked once again, this time getting the 5th best lottery odds, 1 spot higher than last year. And this time, there is a generational prospect that could change everything. As of now, there are a lot of Damian Lillard trade rumors. And they're complete BS. But it's more piling on for this fan base that has had their fair share of lumps over the past couple of years. Lillard has stayed loyal to this franchise for what it's worth, but unfortunately hasn't been rewarded with much in terms of help on the court and luck in general. That's why this year's draft lottery is so important. With less than a day away until the picks are officially announced, I can confidently say that the number 1 pick would mean as much, if not more, to the Portland Trail Blazers and their fan base than any other organization. Victor Wembanyama will be a franchise changer on day 1. But for a franchise stuck between rebuilding and trying to be competitive, Wemby is the type of prospect that fulfills both routes to the absolute fullest. He has the talent to not only single-handedly fix the Blazers' defense, but he has the potential to be a great offensive player as well. At a reported 7'5" with an 8-foot wingspan, Wemby has the ability to put the ball on the floor, pull up from 3, and essentially plays like a guard. He looks like an NBA 2K demigod, and not only will he make for a great NBA player, but being able to watch this guy on a game-in, game-out basis would be a ton of fun for whatever fan base gets him. Especially this fan base, because we're desperate for fun. Now, the Blazers are already building a solid young core as it is. Anthony Simons is a 23-year-old who averaged a solidly efficient 21 points per game last year. And then there's Shaedon Sharpe, who's still only 19 years old and averaged over 20 points per game when he got to be the number 1 option at the end of last season. Adding Victor Wembanyama would give the Blazers arguably the greatest young 3-man core in the entire league. This would be special to see with Damian Lillard, who's still a top 10 player in his own right, and could give the Blazers an extended championship window, with the young core blossoming into a big 3 down the line. Of course, there are a ton of trade rumors surrounding Anthony Simons right now, and Shaedon Sharpe's ascension has a part in that, but getting Victor Wembanyama would make the Blazers a little less desperate for a big win-now trade. Of course, if the Blazers found the right deal for Anthony Simons, it could mean a true contending team next season, with Damian Lillard, Victor Wembanyama, Jeremy Grant, Shaedon Sharpe, and whoever the Blazers got back in a Simons trade. But if the Blazers got the number 1 pick, it would give them more options. They could play both timelines. The buzz and hope around the organization would reach levels not seen in a decade. The fans would have someone captivating to root for, and Portland would have their heir apparent to Damian Lillard. There's even a nostalgia factor, with Brandon Roy representing the team at tomorrow's lottery. Brandon Roy helped me fall in love with the Portland Trail Blazers. He was the first player that I seriously followed from college to the pros. I remember being 9 years old and watching Brandon Roy play for the University of Washington with my grandfather, and I remember getting on the Jumbotron at a Blazer game during Roy's rookie season as I held up a sign that said Roy for ROY. Now, another Blazers Rookie of the Year will be hoping that Brandon Roy can get lucky as a Blazer representative once again. After all, Roy was at the 2007 NBA Draft Lottery, which saw the Blazers get the #1 pick. Of course, that didn't pan out too well, but this could be an opportunity to make good on the misfortunes of a previous Blazers era that was plagued by injury. The #1 pick would mean a ton to this team, this fan base, and to me. As someone who has constantly churned out content surrounding this team the past 4 years, having a content machine named Victor Wembanyama would be absolutely amazing. I've even said that I'll learn some French if the Blazers get Wembanyama, and I will stay true to that. Summer League would be a ton of fun. We would live stream every single game that Wemby would play. And as far as tomorrow goes, getting the #1 pick would be the greatest on-stream moment we've ever had with Blazers Uprise. And the only thing that could top it would be a championship. So fingers crossed, I hope we get blessed by the lottery gods. Until next time, peace out. Go Blazers.